Hello, hello. Welcome back to another reading here on Mini Labs. My name is Coral, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you into this space. So today's Monday, and on Mondays I'm trying, keyword trying, to do weekly vibe checks again, where I give you the vibes of the coming week. So I'm gonna do our quick little prayer, and then we'll get into our reading. So let's get into it. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Tap into the anchor that is your breath. Take a deep inhale and release it out of your mouth. Continue breathing like this as I start our prayer. Con la luna como nuestro testigo y el sol alumbrando nuestro camino, le pido a nuestros espíritus del bien, guías, guardianes y dioses, que sean presentes aquí, pongan su mano sobre mí para yo poder recibir en amor. Okay, let's get into our reading, guys. Okay, let's shuffle the cards, see what the universe wants us to say. We got 3 cards today. We've got Five of Wands reversed, Queen of Cups. Let me put them in order. And then we have 3 of Coins reversed. So Five of Wands, Queen of Cups, 3 of Coins reversed. There is a lot of conflict, and I feel like this conflict is inner conflict more than anything. I feel like you're fighting yourself, you're fighting your own demons, and you're forgetting to nurture yourself. You're forgetting to tap into the care that you have for yourself, and you are ignoring everything that you have learned and everything that you have been taught, and instead you are spiraling, you're crashing the fuck out right now, and that's okay. Okay, we are not always gonna be okay, we're not always gonna be stable, we're not always gonna be um following the path. Sometimes we gotta crash out. Sometimes we gotta be this balance. Sometimes we gotta make mistakes, you know? Sometimes we have to go through something in order for us to figure shit out. Okay? Like maybe something wasn't working out and the crash out is telling you, like, I feel like it's kind of like the extreme. Like you didn't follow, like you didn't listen to the signs before. So this is kind of like the result, you know? Um because I feel like this energy, it's been going on for a while. Like it has been a long time coming, and this is kind of like the catalyst. I don't think that's the right word. This is kind of like the tower moment ish, you know, where everything is crumbling down, but like we're still not there. We're kind of in the beginning stages of the crash out, of the tower moment, of of our disbalance. Like we're already on like unstable ground, but we can still oh, we can still make choices that allow us to have a clearer head. We can still make choices where we can take a step back and relax. I feel like I feel like this week is a self-care week. I feel like this week is going to be a treat yourself week, a week where you don't make any choices that are super big and you make choices that are meant to slow you down and for you to be able to catch up with yourself, catch up with your mind. Because I feel like with the Five of Wands energy and the Three of Coins energy, I'm feeling like a lot of movement. I'm feeling like desperation. Like it just feels like, I need to do this right now. If I don't do this, everything's gonna fall apart. But it's like, no, you need to regulate yourself first before you do anything else. Um yeah, no, that's the energy. You need to regulate yourself before you do anything else. Like if whatever choice that you make going forward it's not gonna click the way that you want it to click because you are dysregulated. It's not gonna click the way that you desire because like you're not in your body. You're in your head. Like you are like you're struggling. Okay? I feel like this is the moment to reach out. My phone froze. I don't remember exactly where I left off, but point is you're dysregulated, and it's I feel like it's the time to ask for help. It's the time to ask your friends, your family, your support system to help you and pitch in to whatever you need them to pitch into. Maybe it's a day where you watch movies with your close friends and you don't do anything else. Or maybe it's a day where you go to the beach or go to the river or go somewhere in nature and get lost in nature and just recharge. Maybe it's you don't know what to eat that day and you don't feel like making a decision. So you ask somebody else and you're like, hey, what are you craving? What do you want to eat? And then you go out to eat with them. Maybe it's reaching out to a mentor and asking them clarifying questions on any subject that you need clarifying on. But the point is reaching out. The point is you're not alone. The point is that you got to use your support system. That's what they're there for. And I feel like a lot of us don't allow us to reach out because we feel like we're doing too much. We feel like we are too much and we don't want to bother people. But like, do you feel like people are bothering you when they reach out to you for help? Do you think that people are being annoying when they reach out to you for help? Probably not, right? So why would the opposite be true? Why would you be annoying when you are asking somebody you love, somebody you care about for help? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of reframing that you have to do for you to feel okay, for you to be able to feel okay, to actually like really feel it in your body. Um, and sometimes we just need outside help. We can't always do it ourselves, do it by ourselves. Sometimes we need a little push. Sometimes we need a little validation. Sometimes we need a little hug, a kiss, uh, a pat in the back, you know? Sometimes we just need that. Sometimes we need other people. That's what community is all about, to take care of each other, you know? And you are part of the community. Allow yourself to be part of the community. Allow yourself to tap into community help, community support. Like, you're not just a rogue loner out in the world. Like, you have people around you. You have your support system. You have your community. And like, you built that for a reason. And the reason is for you to have their back and for them to have your back, you know? So get out of your head. Get out of your head and get into your body. It's a lot easier said than done, but like the first step of everything is recognition, recognizing that you need help, accepting that you need help. Um so do that first. Tell yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself on your phone camera and just be like, we need help, you need help, I need help, you know? um and then figure out what that help looks like. Maybe in the moment you won't necessarily know, and all that you need to know is to rant to your friend, and then that's how you figure out like, oh, okay, I need help deciding this because I don't have all of the information. So I need to find somebody who is a little bit more knowledgeable on this subject so I can get all of the facts, or I can get close to all of the facts, or I can get a path to. My phone keeps freezing. I don't remember what I was saying exactly when it froze. I think it was something along the lines of like, you need to reach out to help. Like, sometimes you don't have all of the information and you need somebody to lead you to the towards the path of the right information. um and that's okay. We can't always do it ourselves. But I feel like trusting ourselves sometimes is knowing that our decision is going to be harmful towards us and we need to delegate it to somebody else. Because I don't know, if you're mentally ill, if you have depression, anxiety, I'm personally bipolar. So sometimes my the choices is in between doing something like really self-destructive and something else self-destructive. You know what I mean? And sometimes you'll look at your choices and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have the choice. Maybe I shouldn't have this decision in my hands. Um, and that's okay. You know, that's fine. That's part of the process. Part of the process is not trusting yourself enough to know that the things in your head are not the things that you want for yourself. You know, because sometimes we get a lot of intrusive thoughts. I used to get a lot of intrusive thoughts with like swerving the car when I was driving, or like if I was cooking and I had a knife in my hands, I was like, cut your hand off, like, you know, or put your hand in boiling water, or put your hand in boiling oil. Like, those are not, like, if those are the choices that you're struggling with, like, take a step back, delegate it to somebody else, and let them know, like, hey, I'm having these thoughts. I know that I shouldn't decide between these things. So I need help. Please, thank you. You know, sometimes it's simple, but it's hard. You know, it sounds simple, but actually doing it, it's hard. Actually saying, like, oh, I have this situation, I have these thoughts in my head, I have these intrusive thoughts, I have these very violent thoughts in my head. Like, that's a very hard thing to admit. That's a very hard thing to come to terms with, because like we feel like we are wrong, like, or we're broken, you know what I mean? So self-care is going to be really important, like actually really like caring for yourself. And sometimes caring for yourself is going to have to be putting yourself in other person's hands, like somebody you trust, somebody like you really love, like a parent, a sibling, a lover, uh a very close friend, you know. Sometimes we will just not be able to trust ourselves with ourselves, and that's okay. We live and we learn and we grow, and we will eventually be able to make our own decisions. But for a while, for a minute, that's what we have community for. You know, that's why we have each other for, to be able to reach out and be like, hey, I need help. I'm having these thoughts. I'm having these um I'm having this moment where making decisions is hard, or I'm having this moment where none of the choices that are in my head seem like healthy choices. So here, I feel like sometimes we just have to like put everything in front of ourselves and have somebody else listen to our self talk, to realize, like, oh, that's not me. That's my depression. That's not me. That's my mental illness, you know? That's my mania. That's my hypomania. That's my, I don't know other terms right now. But yeah. Yeah. Sometimes to trust ourselves is to know that we can't trust ourselves. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes a lot of sense. Anyways, I'm gonna pull one last card just for general advice. Oh, there it is. Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a card that talks, especially this Page of Cups. This deck is the Divine Tarot of the Divine, by Yoshitani. And this deck is based on folklore, myths, and other stories. Um, and this one is about destiny, faith. This little bunny is wrapping the string of faith like around you, and that leads you towards your fated, to your destiny, especially when it comes to another person. um what I'm getting from this card is that, like, you're being led towards your community. You're being led towards the people that you can trust. I feel like this week's specifically is going to be very much learning and knowing who you can trust, because I feel like in these moments of distress, these moments of dysregulation, is when we truly know who is on our side and who isn't, who we can really trust and who we can't trust. And you're being led towards that. You're being guided to knowing who you can trust and who you can't trust. So trust your gut, trust your intuition when it comes to that, when it comes to wanting to reach out to a person. Like if you can't get a person out of your head, like reach out to them, and be like, hey, I need help, you know. Maybe this person won't respond, and this is how you know, like, oh, okay, I can't trust this person anymore with this situation. And that's okay. You know, not everybody in our lives is going to be the help that we need. That's why we build big communities. That is why we have big support systems sometimes, because like not one person will be able to help you with everything. You know what I mean? And if you don't have these people in your life, I feel like you're being guided towards having them. I feel like maybe you had the I'm having zero luck today with my phone. I just got a message that my storage was full while I was talking, and now I don't remember what I was saying. It was about destiny and you being led towards new opportunities. Okay, now I remember. You being led to new opportunities where you will learn, you will meet your community, where you will acquire community, you know? So, yeah, I feel like this week is going to be about self love, self trust, um, self love, self care, finding community, learning how to trust your community, um, and most importantly, learning how to take care of yourself. And sometimes learning how to take care of yourself, you learn from other people. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much it. That is your reading for this week. I'm wishing you guys lots of love and luck. I'm gonna pray this out, and that will be it. I'll see you guys on Friday, because on Friday we're doing Aphrodite's Pearls of Wisdom, where we talk about love. So we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on Friday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna pray this out, and that will be it. Okay. Gracias a nuestra querida luna. Gracias a nuestro querido sol. Gracias a nuestros espíritus del bien y a cual y que se han presentado aquí. Thank you for allowing us to receive in love. I return now in love. That's it. Bye, guys.